Hey everybody. I just wanted to come to y'all and show you my DIY fountain, the new and improved fountain. Well, I'm kind of still working on it, but I thought I would show you because I'm going to do a little bit of work on it now while we have a little bit of light and a little bit of shade. So let's get right to it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I welcome all constructive criticisms and comments. All right, here is the fountain kind of dismantled. Now, I got this fountain from my neighbors. They were going to toss it out. I think what happened is this is the base right here, and this is actually the top is actually turned over, but it's I think it probably fell over and it broke off, and then they were going to throw it away, and I kept it and I used it last season, but it was kind of a little bit wonky, and it fell over and everything kind of broke up. So we're trying a bit of a new layout this time. So I'm just putting the top of it on the ground to kind of level things out, and then I'll show you the rest of it in a moment. So this is what I'm going to use for the base of the fountain. It doesn't have any holes in it. I got this at the dollar store last year, and I don't think I used this for mixing some dirt or something. So I wanted to try to use some things I had here in the yard, and so this was it. It didn't have any holes in it. It was perfect, kind of. I was a little bit apprehensive about using this because it was black, only because y'all, I like adding color into the garden. Now I could spray paint this, but y'all, I'm just gonna go with the black, and I think it'll be okay, and it's gonna sit on top of here. And yes, if it doesn't have anything in it, it's gonna blow over, but I am going to put water and rocks in here. So let's get to it. Okay, so I got some rocks from an undisclosed location on my property. And I put them inside of this little container. So this is what it's looking like right now. And then next, I'm going to put the plate on here that has even more rocks on it. Okay, so you guys are helping me figure this out, kind of. So I put the plate, and I have some more rocks on here because I wanted to lift it up just a little bit, but it still might be just a smidge too high. Maybe. I think I can make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plate off, and I'm going to install the pump, and then you'll see what I'm going to do. Okay, you all. I forgot to give you the information on the pump. This is what the pump looks like when you purchase it. I got mine off of Amazon. I will put a link to one that's exactly like this one, because this particular one is sold out right now, but there's more sellers that are selling this. In any case, I wanted to show you the pump. It comes with a very long cord on it. It is solar operated, so you don't have to use batteries. And of course, you can kind of jerry rig some things like I'm doing in this video to make it work the way that you want to. But this pump is very good. I've been using it since last year. It lasted through the season. It lasted through my neglect over the winter time, and it's still running really good. So I would highly recommend it. All right, so here's the pump right here, and it's actually trying to go a little bit because it's getting a little sun. And I'll just put this piece of straw in here, and you all will see why. When I had this installed last year, just a little bit of water came out. I didn't have anything on here, but I'm doing this a little bit differently this time. So here's the pump, and the pump has like some little sucky, sticky things on the bottom. So I don't really need that. I just put some rocks over the top of it, and it has a little filter in it. So we're gonna have that there, and now I'm going to put my plate on here. Okay, so now this is what it's looking like with the plate on here. And even if this little piece right here is submerged in water, it's not going to get in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is install a piece of tubing. And this is a piece of tubing that I already had for a fish tank that I no longer have anymore. And I just stuck this y'all, this was a happy mistake, and you'll see what I mean. So it doesn't really fit on here, but it fit inside the straw. So I'm just going to stick it inside the straw. And then I'm just going to kind of finagle this around and stick him up Prince Charming number 2's butt. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So before I go any further, I just want to show you, I took the tubing, and the tubing is up under this plate here. And the thing is, you want your fountain to always be underwater, and you want your water to flow back into the fountain, which was kind of something I just couldn't grasp last year. And this is Prince Charming 2, and you'll see he has a hole in the bottom. You saw him on my haul. I got him from the $1.25 store now, and I just stuck the tube up his butt and it came out his mouth. So I'm just going to leave it like that for the moment. And you would think with all that tubing that the water wouldn't come out, but it will. Trust me. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of a quick test. And you can see the water is coming out of his mouth. And I'll stick this down a little bit further in his mouth. And this is the tubing right here that's going into the pump. So you'll see when I pull it out, it'll still pump, but not that much. So I just stuck the tubing down in here. All right, now I don't want to go. There we go. There we go. Now, what I notice is if I stick the tubing all the way down, like if I really squish it in there, the water only comes out here. But a happy mistake is if I pull that tubing out just a little bit, I'll have like another little, it'll squirt a little bit more. Right now the sun is not that powerful, but it'll actually come out of his mouth and come out of there as well. So there we go. So we're just gonna do it that way for now. So once I get everything all fixed up, and it needs more water in here, I think it'll flow a little bit better. So I'm gonna fill this up with some water now. Okay, so I kind of overfilled this and it's going over, but that's okay. Yeah, washing my hands. So this is what the fountain is looking like now. So this is kind of a little bit of an eyesore, but I think I can figure out a way to cover that up so you can't see that part. And then I'm also thinking maybe I can even add on a second layer for Deuce to sit on, and then I'll have a little bit of a cascading effect, but I'll work on that later. But y'all, that's basically it for the fountain. It was pretty simple thanks to the dollar store little frog there that already had the holes in it. And then I can just stick that in just a little bit more so it really looks like it's coming out of his mouth. Look at that. That's pretty freaking cool. Okay, y'all, I made an adjustment. So I added another layer because I thought it would add a spot more interest to our little frog garden. So you can see him now. And this was my happy mistake that I was trying to make happen, was if I didn't put the tube in there just right, I actually had another little fountain type of activity on this side as well. So I'm gonna go around so you can see a little bit. And I still have to hide, see if I can hide some of the tubings and stuff, so make it look really, really nice and pretty. But overall, I think this came out good. And I'm just gonna, let's push the tubing in again. I made him come out. All right, look at him spitting that water out. It's quite nice. All right, and that's it. So I also wanted to show you how we are putting up the solar part of this fountain. Now, you saw me putting in the wires down here, and the wire is going down, and I kind of buried it a little bit, and then it's going up this little pole here, and then I connected one of my little bamboo stakes, and I just used some zip ties, lots and lots of zip ties, and there is the solar panel up there at the top. So I put it up high, and I will say that I kind of felt like it was a smidge of an eyesore. However, I don't really notice it when I come in because I'm not looking up there. And I think what I'm gonna do is put a pot down here at the bottom of here, and maybe put some kind of a climbing plant up there, so that'll be very interesting. Da, 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 da. Okay, you all, love to hear your criticisms. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think about my DIY fountain here? Is it something that you have tried or you would like to try? I would love to hear in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Y'all, I'm gonna show you. Now, this is Louie. Louie, it has been very PO'd because I've been moving things around the garden. But I know it's him because I recognize him. He is one of the garden guardians here, and I love him so much. But sometimes Louie tries to come and get me. But it's all good. We can all live here in the garden. Okay, y'all, that's another project I can tick off. Please make sure you leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because we got more videos coming up. It is the season for gardening. All right, everybody. Bye.